Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Richard if you're new to the channel. Please, if you find this video informative and thought-provoking, do subscribe and give the video a like. It really does matter to the continuation of the channel and future content. Stick with me on this. Now, whilst the channel is primarily motorcycle and travel based, and yes, today's video is focused on motorcycles in an abstract way, the point today is, why do the young not ride motorcycles? So yesterday I was walking in a place called Hawkstone Park in Shropshire. Let me put up a few screenshots so maybe in the future you can go and visit and enjoy the walks that are available at this place. Probably not best in motorcycle gear, but hey, you never know. A number of things have been in the news over the past few days, primarily the observation of biosignatures of a planet 2.5 times the size of Earth, having in its atmosphere traces of a chemical that can be seen through the planet's atmosphere using the JWST telescope, of which this planet appears to be water-based, typically the sea. Using the James Webb Space Telescope, these observations have confirmed a particular chemical which Cambridge University are giving the chance of life on this planet at over 99%. Further testing needs to be performed, but I'm sure that will happen in the very near future. As part of this, I was to walk through Hawkstone Park and record something in conjunction with this find, which is the information at a higher level of what is called the hydrogen line, with hydrogen being the most abundant element in the universe, which itself emits a radio signal in the microwave electromagnetic spectrum at 1420 megahertz. Stick with me on this, stick with me. I was also able to record a further video on the exciting news of this new planet, which is some 120 light years away from Earth. If you want me to create content on this new planet and the hydrogen line, let me know in the comments. The point here is to stay curious. Anyway, back to the real point of this video. Many people were walking in Hawkstone Park, and whilst walking the paths around the park, by the way, you need to be reasonably fit and capable to perform the walks, I noticed something about a certain age group. And it was not just me who noticed this, but my other half also noticed the point. Families of, let's say, 35 years and above were walking with kids and having a good time, looking at the vistas available and enjoying running through the woods, etc., as kids do. Of course, some young teenagers look bored as anything, but hey, we were all teenagers at one point, and I guess the lack of a phone signal made their walk even more painful for that particular age group. Walking through and being in a relatively contained area, people would say hello to each other and share their experience of a certain part of the walk, whether it was hard or easy to perform, etc. A little bit of banter as one would, and then you would continue your walk. Again, bump into the next set of people and do the same with that group. You can see from some of the videos that Susie, my adopted dog, is in the dog carrier. She has pulled a muscle chasing Pussy in the garden. Naughty girl. I don't normally carry her like this, but if you have this kind of problem, these rucksack carriers are available on eBay for about £16. Back to the story. Let's get back to the story. Everything was great on the walk, however, a certain age group would not make eye contact at all, and as such, saying hello did not happen. Aged, I am guessing, from 20 through to 28 years of age. These people would just not converse. And this went through multiple sets of this age group, unrelated to each other. The point is, we appear to have a generation of what look like intelligent people who will not make eye contact and initiate conversation. These people look like they've been to university, or maybe not, but we have a generation that are not wanting to talk socially. They are in effect detached from what used to be quite normal in the past. And if these people are struggling to communicate, then desires, such as riding a motorcycle, may be stifled through their lack of wanting or willingness to communicate with other humans outside their known circle of friends. Comment below. Please, let me know your thoughts on this. Have you experienced this yourself? I find it sad for this particular generation that may feel the lack of wanting or fear of initiating conversation, even if short, to an older generation. Not sure what is going off here, but something certainly is going off for sure. If this is a norm, then I now better understand why today these people, this age group, and others, are meeting new people and future partners by simply swiping left or right on Tinder or Grindr just to be balanced. I've got two boys, 26 and 30, and these boys seem to communicate reasonably well with me and others. However, through their careers, they have been forced to talk to people and customers, managing the customers' expectations, etc. And of course, 90% of the time they spend on PlayStations or on their smartphone. I won't deny this. I really should have stopped someone and asked them why they don't talk. Obviously, having a forced hello out of them, just to understand what is going on in their heads. Have you experienced this? Comment below. Let's talk about it. It reminds me of a future from the film Idiocracy. And this film is worth a video on this channel for sure. I might talk about this. If you've not seen the film, then you should have a look. It's not the best directed film, but it gives an interesting vision of the future, of which you may well be able to relate. Hope you enjoyed the video. I certainly did. Please sub and like if you would. Ride safe, be kind, eat well, and for the trolls, love and peace. Thanks ever so much. Bye bye.